In today's brief video, I'm going to discuss a central question that I think everybody who smokes weed should eventually ask themselves. And that question is rooted in the concept of what if? What if I don't smoke tomorrow? What if I quit smoking weed today? A question that I eventually found myself asking myself after struggling for 9 years with nicotine, THC, energy drink, and adult media content addiction. If you wind up enjoying today's video, be sure to check out the pinned comment in the video description for a free 7-step guide on how to quit smoking weed today or to learn more about our one-on-one coaching programs. After several years of personally struggling with THC or weed addiction, I eventually began asking myself, what if I quit? What would my life look like without weed? And I think at first glance, for a lot of people, that's actually quite a scary question because we start to focus on the wrong things. What am I going to do tomorrow if I don't have weed? What am I going to do when I'm bored if I don't have weed? How am I going to manage the anxiety or the depression if I don't have weed? And when we ask that question of what if I start to live a life without weed, I think we tend to go in a really negative direction right off the bat. And I just want to flip the script on that because what if the question you should be asking yourself is, hey, what if weed is holding me back from my full potential in my business, in my relationship, in my finances? What if weed isn't curing the boredom? What if it's making me content with being bored? What if weed isn't actually helping the anxiety? What if weed is making the anxiety worse? What if weed, and more particularly addiction to it, isn't helping the depression, but it's actually adding fuel to the fire when it comes to declining mental health? These were all questions that I eventually had to ask myself as I saw my weed smoking journey and my relationship with weed taking a turn for the worst as things were becoming more and more negative. What if I'm capable of so much more than this drug, than this substance has to offer me? And what is my life going to look like if I put it down? Now, I eventually started to pursue the answer to that question, and I did quit. I was around 27, 28 years old, and I can tell you what happened for the first few weeks. I got some really bad withdrawal symptoms. I was dealing with CHS and Cannabinoid Hyperemesis Syndrome. So the immediate answer to my question was I felt pretty crappy. What if I quit? Well, I felt withdrawals. That was the answer. But then I said a little bit further, well, what if I get through those withdrawal symptoms? What if I get through the first month? What if I get through the first 3 months? And then it became something different. What if I pick up a camera and I start talking about cannabis addiction? Right? What if I start a YouTube channel in hopes of helping other people who are struggling with addiction? What if I tell my story? And then that what if morphs into an idea. What if I start a company? What if I start a coaching business to help people quit? What if I give out free content on helping people quit? What if we start making products that help people quit? What if we start working with our local school systems to helping teens and younger people quit? What if we start to change the culture around substance use? What if is where that question started. And I can tell you with confidence, I never would have guessed in a million years that we would wind up with a community of 65, 67,000 people on YouTube, all asking themselves in one way, shape, or form that same question. What if today's the day that you don't smoke? What if? What if you get through the first year weed free? How's your life going to change? What if it means more money? What if it means better physical health? What if it means better mental health? What will you do with those things? What would you be capable of if it is better physical health, better mental health, more money in your bank account, better relationships, more connections, thriving your business, growing your business even more than you once thought? And that's a tough one because a lot of entrepreneurs we work with, they say, well, weed enhances my creativity. Nicotine enhances my creativity. What if it's not? What if that's not true? What if that's a lie that addiction has convinced you to be true? What if that's false? What if? What if you quit and your business does 10x? What if? That's a legitimate question that everyone who smokes weed should be asking themselves at one point. And this goes for any substance beyond weed. What if my life is better without alcohol? What if my life is better without cigarettes? What if my life is better without vaping? What does a better life look like? The worst thing you can do is ask this question. That's the worst outcome. The worst outcome is you determine you don't like the answers and you keep doing exactly what you're doing. But what if you start to explore what's on the other side? What is the potential that lays on the other side of this? What is the opportunity that lays on the other side of this? Because for me, it was life-changing. For my family, it was life-changing. And I don't doubt for 2 seconds that for a majority of people watching this video, it will be life-changing. How do I know that? Because I read it in our video comments every single day. From testimonials of people quitting and seeking the answer to what if. What if I just get through today? What if I just get through tomorrow? What if I get through the first year? That's something that you should be not scared of answering, but a question that you are excited to answer. To me, that's opportunity, that's growth, that's excitement when we have what if, what are the possibilities? On the flip side of this, I think there's also the question of what if I keep doing exactly what I'm doing? What does that look like for you right now in your business, in your finances, in your relationships? What if I don't change? How does that look for your mental health? How does that look for your physical health? And you know the even scarier thing about that one is for a lot of people, they know what that looks like because they've been answering that one for the last 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years of their life, right? What if I keep doing exactly what I'm doing? And what if I don't even give myself the opportunity to find out what a weed-free or an alcohol-free or a nicotine-free version of me looks like? What if I don't even give myself that chance? What if I don't go after that potential? What if I don't go after that opportunity? I don't know. I didn't like the answer to that question, though. Because I knew the answer, and it wasn't a good one. It wasn't going CHS, psychosis, blowing through my money, starting a business, having to move back home after failing a business, then starting one again. I didn't like the direction it was going, right? And if you're already doing good, if things are already going well for you, what if they could be going better? Aren't you entitled to find that out? Aren't you curious? This is a question that everyone who smokes weed should eventually ask themselves. What if smoking weed isn't all that I thought it was cracked up to be? What if my relationship with this substance has changed over the years? What would my life look like without it? And is that something I should be getting excited about, not fearful of? If you guys wound up enjoying today's video, check out that pinned comment for paid one-on-one coaching. Check out the video description for a ton of free resources, including links to Amazon things like journals and workbooks and all that stuff. Or just follow me right into the next video where I talk a little bit more about a crucial shift in mindset when it comes to the withdrawal symptoms for quitting smoking weed. I'll see you guys in the next video, the pinned comment or the video description.